Hello everybody, welcome back to the Roottrees and Dead. We are getting close to the end we're 33 out of 49, but we have a lot of people filled in and a lot of like close necessities. I've probably done something wrong, but we're getting there. Let's have a look through what we think could be wrong. Oh, actually, quite a lot of it. I think a lot of it could be wrong. Let's look. Let's look instead through the evidence. I'm gonna carefully read some stuff. I am intrigued by still the amount of what are these magnifying glasses on campaign mailer, and Clark, Sam, all these things. Let's start out with Sam. We put in Sam last time. And I'm unsure about her. I don't know. I'm unsure. I'm unsure in two locations because she's been there for a while and has not locked in. So I've got something wrong here. So let's look at the chapter called Sam and see if there's anything we can get. Sam from Lauren Roottrees' diary. I'm going to really carefully read this now. What? Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Okay, so that is Elias' grandfather. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Gwyneth is grandmother. She wants him. Why does Gwyneth want Sam there? Don't know. Lauren writes, why Sam? I have many different relatives I never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two. But I was told, trim the branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up. And I'm not the only one to realise. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boy, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognise Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding last year. At the reception, when I asked Sam, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Why? I don't... So why would you be complicated? Elias Jr.'s only child. Why would that be complicated? Why would this be complicated as well? I don't know. Why would either of these positions? Maybe I'm wrong about Sam being in the family tree so obviously. Clancy swore he saw Wham circling alongside the farmhands EC and John when we used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three. I wish I had those records. Is there any way that I can get the old Anderson farm records? Probably not. That wouldn't be in any thing I've got, would it? Eli even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make his bike faster. No, I think that's proper blah, blah, blah. Nothing explains why an outsider is cozy into the family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granda making such a note? Okay, that hasn't really given me anything. I've definitely searched for EC and John, haven't I? This is tricky. Uncle Junior, have I done that? Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. That is you. Look, we got something here. You are called Patricia. No, wait, you're not Uncle. No, we've already got that. You're here. No, wait. Yes, don't worry. We got Uncle. I forgot who I was for a minute. We're Lauren. Silly me. Oh man, I was really hoping there would be something more obvious. I'm intrigued about these records though. Check the records. Zach, check the records. Anderson Farm. We looked at the Anderson Farm so many times, haven't we? Anderson Farm records. It might be in the periodicals, but I've also definitely looked at Anderson Farm in here as well. But that's like something we definitely did. Mrs. Cattrall. Oh wait, did I? Did I check this last time? We looked at some sort of farm last time. It seems that twice each summer the Roottrees Candies Company current head of farming, Mrs. Cattrall, returns to Butler County to demonstrate how 5 pieces was made at the beginning of the century. Mrs. Cattrall is a name we have. We have Cattralls. They cost quite a lot to attend and sell out every time, so the Butler County Times recommends getting tickets the moment they go on sale. The ads and blurbs do not have any of our information to help with this search. However, do learn the farm offers discounts on Tuesdays. Why is telling me that? Mrs. Cattrall, head of farming. That's interesting. Mrs. Cattrall's not going to get me anything, is it? Maybe it will in the periodical. Mrs. Cattrall. No, this is the same page. That makes sense. So Mrs. Cattrall is the current head of farming. We have a Cattrall. I don't have any places that I can test things for. We've got a Sam and a Stephanie. Sam and a Stephanie Cattrall. I don't think you're... If you were a farmer, which we think you are... Oh, I don't know. I don't know, gang. Mrs. Cattrall. Am I living a lie? I think I've got so much wrong. We know you're a Madsen, though. You're locked in. How many Cattralls do we need to fit into this blooming pie? 2? Just 2 Cattralls. Where would they even fit? How are we getting 2 Cattralls into this family? Could be here. Could be, actually. You could have married You could have married Sam Cattrall. Weird, that's your mum's name. And then gave birth to Stephanie Cattrall. And that would make sense. The farmer might be passed down. That does make sense, actually. So you could be the current Mrs. Cattrall. What do we think? What do we think, pals? Let's just pop it in there for now. We can search. We know Stephanie is her name. Stephanie Cattrall. Nothing. Let's try again. Stephanie. Did I spell it right in the thing? I always spell Stephanie wrong. It's too many letters. It's too many letters for a name, isn't it? No offense. Too many Stephanies out there. Well, that's not what we need. Cool. Great. There's nothing else about it, is there? Clancy saw Sam working along the farmhands. We've searched for EC and EC. Is EC like? Is Ernest? Elias C? You weren't a farmhand, were you? Who? But it's shorthand, right? Where am I? What am I doing here? What am I looking at? Wrong place. EC and John. Who's John? Have we got a John in here? Working alongside... But she wouldn't have said farmhand. She wouldn't have said her brother. Oh, my brother, farmhand EC. No, she would have said working alongside my brothers. I'm just getting too panicky about these things now. Okay, well, let's maybe go into Clark. I've looked at Clark so much. How can there be 8? How can there be 8? Somebody is a dancer. We don't have any dancers on the board currently. So someone here becomes a dancer. Maybe Gwyneth Madsen is a renowned dancer. Maybe Gwendolyn Morden is a dancer. Maybe Bonnie Hudson. Maybe bloody anyone is a dancer. I don't know. I'm getting 8 things out of this. Maybe I have got that wrong. This kid, which is confirmed Guy Hudson, looks a lot more like her. I think maybe I've got the faces wrong. Maybe you're that way around? That's so odd. I thought like Sam, mysterious Sam, would be like, you know, at the back of the photo. Not front and center. Well, not front and center, but front and right. That's surprising. Does she look more farmhandy? Maybe. She looks quite... I don't know. So maybe that's right. That makes more sense. That you were there. Is there another child with ginger hair? Maybe you're Bonnie. God, I really need to think about genes. Genes. Oh, look, locked in everyone in the next generation. There we go. Everyone in the next gens are done, finally. Wait, so I got something wrong though, because I definitely locked in... I feel like I locked something else. I need to check that. Right, that's great, isn't it? So I had the positions right. They were correct. I just had the wrong faces. That's so odd that Secret Sam is right in the front of the photo, sort of peering in. But then that makes sense. Ginger hair kids, ginger hair mother. That makes sense. Okay, is there? We don't have any pictures of other children, do we? No, we don't have the next gens. That also confirms Kellogg is here, which confirms these two are definitely the Kellogg's. That's good too. And that maybe confirms my other theory about the farmers. You being Sam Cattrall. Again, weird, marrying somebody with the same surname. Stephanie is a current farmhand. So no wait, if we think that's Gwyneth, for whatever reason we think that's Gwyneth, same surname, then that must be right. So that means you're a farmer, but I don't know who you are. I think this is where I'm really going to miss out. I don't have photos of a lot of these people. Do I? Like, everyone here is in. I know I definitely have a lot of the this one still to go, but they're the generation. I don't have a lot of kids' photos. I'm missing a lot of information there. You're wrong. Tessa Roottrees is not you. Okay, so I did that wrong. That's annoying. You didn't have a job, but that means so actually there's just the one that I've got wrong. Either this Tessa Roottrees is no longer a baby, which she definitely is, or your name's not Tessa, which is probably quite likely. We know that's right. You could be Wolf, you could be Christina. I think you're most likely Christina, because that was a guess, wasn't it? We just said Tessa because your mum was called Tessa, which I think is weird. That does make sense though. Tessa Roottrees, because Tessa was her surname. That's nice to pass down your surname as a first name. I like that. That's a good way of doing that. Right. What are we seeing? Now that we've locked things in, how our numbers have gone down so much. We've got 7 in Clark. We finished Sam. Partial explanation's got 6. Camper made us. I don't know what's going on there. Rolling on Down to the City is unbelievable. I can't believe there's still 4 pieces of information. We've definitely looked up Peter Janowitz, haven't we? Music critic, yes. Modern Music Monthly. We've definitely looked at Modern Music Monthly. We've definitely looked up. I should have copied Peter Janowitz's name because I can't remember how to spell that. Hey, give it here. Let's try. Let's see if we missed something in here. Many reviews. Okay, cool. You may have better luck searching for album names or artist names. We've done that. We've been through that slop, haven't we? Rolling on Down to the City. Let's give you another little look. The Diamond Dazzlers. Are we so? Oh, we haven't searched for Diamond. We just got a picture of Wolf. That must be his kid then. Diamond Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail on a random forum about video games. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to Diamond Dazzlers. Oh, that's so cute. It's accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it's no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honour it. That's so nice. I would love to be in a sort of fan club like that themselves personally. There's a fierce debate in the subsequent post about whether that's cool or pathetic. Oh, I think it's cool. Amongst the pictures of Christmas cards from over the year, only one is relevant. The card from 1986 includes pictures of Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. Oh my god. This is what we need. Printing the Floozies MP3. How do you print? I don't know how you print an MP3. The Floozies are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They've mentioned in passing in an online review from earlier this year. Apparently, they were the opening act for the band the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual, and not because of the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in a good way. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. Interesting. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she was told they were rumored to be the children of other famous musicians and didn't want to. Oh, that's so cool. So other famous children. That's interesting. That's such a great idea. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive. And not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. They were probably losing a fortune. The reviewer said, although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to it any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby. The seventh track. There's no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover from the CD they were selling, Conquistador, has been added to your evidence. Okay, let's look up Beef Baby, because that's hilarious. Beef Baby is a song by the Floozies. You can't actually find anything else about it on, well, but with a name like that, it's hard not to speculate on the subject matter, isn't it? Is it? Could it be a euphemism, or about a newborn cow? Perhaps the Floozies are holding a grudge against a toddler. It certainly piques your curiosity. If only they had the time and resources to look into it further. I do. I can spend a whole day learning about Beef Baby. Is it about I sound like beef? No, this was a long time before that. Conquistador, nothing about that. Will MMM have anything about this? It doesn't mention MMM. Let's type in Floozies. The Floozies. MMM may have shut down before the Floozies were around. Great. Cool. 2 pieces of evidence though. We've got, wow, Candy, guitar vocals. That's you. We've got Candy. Conquistador. What a great name. The Floozies guitar. Okay, Nikki and Nina. I wonder if they're probably not important. The one piece of evidence we got from that is probably the picture. Like Wolf. Does one mean photo though? Maybe there's something else in there. You've had a photo of Christmas card from Jimmy Diamond in the fan club in 1996, 2 years ago. This is Wolf listening to his parents' latest music. There he is. He looks like a sickly child. Right, let's pop them both in. So that means Candy is a musician, a musician, and Wolf looks young enough to be a student. Probably in K-12. That's you, and that is you. We've got rid of so many photos, haven't we? That's 2. That's 2 out of 4 already. We are rocking it today. That's great. Now I wonder what else I can learn from this. Nikki, Nina. I wonder if it's worth. It's not going to get me anything. They're just searching for Nina and Nikki, unfortunately. Nikki bass. Is there a Nikki and Nina that we're looking for? I don't think there is there? Nick? Nope. Nina? No. Okay. They are irrelevant in my eyes. That's good. Maybe you're in K-12. Maybe you're not a baby. This was 1 year ago, actually, so you'd still be pretty young. But K includes kindergarten. You know what? It didn't lock in as baby, so we may as well change it to K-12. I don't know. Maybe they just look young. Maybe they're wise for their age and they join kindergarten. What age do you start kindergarten? Like 3, 4? I don't really know. Cool. I'm really happy with the progress we've made already today. I could stop the episode right here. Right. What do we have? We could try and just guess. What's going on here? So we've got 2 girls left in that generation and 3 men. This one looks the youngest. Not that really means anything, but it might mean something, mightn't it? Where's the photo going? We keep getting further and further away. Right. God, this saxophone solo is a bit loud. I'll turn it down. Just blare in my ears. He looks the oldest, and he looks businessman. He looks the youngest, and he looks fun. He looks very serious. She looks kind of fun. This isn't much to go on. This is not a lot to go on, is it? Roottrees Christina. We've somehow got your name. And somehow... Wait. I've got an idea. This lady was pregnant. No, wait. Have I already locked her in? Pregnant lady's already somebody. Is she? Where is she? Oh, wait. Bonnie Hudson. Already pregnant. So these kids are old. Because she's pregnant with twins, I believe. At the time of this photo in the 70s. So these kids are mid-20s, early 20s at least. Which is interesting. They're probably the oldest kids out of the generation. Because the rest are sort of teens. And maybe you're... Cool. Does it help me at all? No. Doesn't, does it? Right. Let's go back. There's still something in this newspaper clipping. There's still something here that we haven't got. But what is it? We've looked up Atlantis Burden. Should we go back to self-portrait art and the beauty of women? Maybe. Can we spider search that? Nothing. Can we public library that? Oops, wrong way, place. Maybe the thing it's linking to is Eloise and Stephanie. Maybe that's something interesting. I don't think that's giving me anything. We already knew your sister. We knew the cousin. Who looks the most like Gwendolyn here? She's got curvy hair. Curvy hair, is that what they call it? She's got wavy hair. It's sort of browny reddy. You've got the straightest hair, so maybe it's you. Are there any glasses in your family? Your kids have got dark hair, but so did Stephen Wilson. I don't think that's enough to go on. I'm going to guess it's you. You look older. You look really young. I think it might be you, which means Gwyneth Madsen is you. And Ernest Jr. is younger than you, and you look young. But also you've got very similar glasses to this man here. I don't think. I've got enough to go on. Where does the last man go? Oh, wait a second. What have I done? You're not in this photo. Who are these men? So if I put in, let's just say, you. Oh. All right. Well done, me. That was just going to be a placeholder, just to count. But that's great. Okay, good. Look at that. We've also got Sam Cattrall. Booyah. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm just doing these by accident. Right, so... Man? Chris Rafferty might? Oh wait, so Clark is one of these people. Which I can probably work out, can't I? From this photo. That looks a lot like this man. I think that might be Clark. Which leads me to believe that... But no, wait, you wouldn't be in this photo. Christina. Christina is not that man. Who else has got a photo that I've... Oh, James Roottrees. Oh, actually, either one of you could be this person. You've got longer hair in this photo, I think. So maybe that's you. You look quite sad, though. How can I tell the difference between these two men? I don't know. Also, who the hell is this man that keeps appearing? Who is this old man? There's nothing. Who is he? I don't know. Right, anyway. How am I getting all these spouses? Where are these coming from? I'm really close to the end, though. I say with 7 people still to find. How do I find the Hudsons? Don't know. I don't know about that. It's going to be a tricky one. Jack, let's try some names that we might not have tried yet. Jack Roottrees. There's nothing about this small child. I'm not surprised. That would be a bit odd. Let's try Christina Roottrees. Let's see if she's got any dirt on her. Christina. No, okay. I don't even think Elias had anything about him either. So what am I missing? November Roottrees, we definitely searched for Edward Roottrees. We did look for Edward, didn't we? Yes, we did. Edward was a lawyer. Is there anything lawyery business could be in here? I think I need to use these more. Business watch. Businesses and corporations seem to have different company leaders. Oh right, maybe. Well, let's type in Edward Roottrees. Edward Roottrees. The bosses will have things in here, won't they? Let's try Elias C. We should probably search. No, great. Clancy Jr. was a professor. He probably wouldn't be in there. We looked at Carl in here, didn't we? Because he had... that's where we got the information about his magazine. Let's try Ernest Jr. We think we have. Nothing relevant, even though he was the 4th president. Oh, he's not called Ernest Roottrees. That's probably why. Madsen. Silly me. Is this new? Okay, Ernest Madsen Jr. is taking over the day-to-day operations of Roottrees after the previous president died unexpectedly in the car crash. Little is known about Ernest, but sources close to the family who have asked to remain anonymous have made it clear that he is more than qualified. There are rumours that Ernest had originally trained to succeed Zach Morden, but had been passed up for unspecified reasons. Business Watch also managed to get a quote from the company publicist. So it would make sense, because he's from Samantha's family, so they might not have wanted him to jump straight into it, but he still got given it, which is quite interesting. I wonder why. Publicist says the last 4 years at Roottrees have been rough. In an attempt to keep our products relevant to the modern audiences, some of our decisions have had unintended consequences. From the fancy flavours misstep to the batter up bar. Okay, that's something to look at. Taking a bit of a tumble in the public eye, but Mr. Manson is committed to taking things back to basics. Alright, let's look at batter up bar. A failed candy bar released by the Roottrees Company, launched with great fanfare in 1980. It was meant to evoke the classic combination of pancakes and maple syrup. That sounds great. That's a nice bar. The name came from the fact that its recipe used a creamy imitation of pancake batter as its filling, and the packaging. I don't know if actually the packaging had baseball imagery. Batter, clever. Consumers loved the taste, and the candy launched. Wait, well, stellar reviews, but after a little less than a month on the shelf, it was discovered that the filling of unopened bars began to separate and developed an off-putting texture, described as powdery chunks floating in oily goop. Ooh. The old consistency made it the punchline of late-night jokes for weeks. Late-night jokes? What does that mean? Solidifying its reputation as a failure. Oh, batter up. Is there anything here? No. I want to hear some of these late-night jokes, though. So we've looked at you. This is getting tricky. We've got a cream egg tea today helping me through this. Getting me in the Easter mood as well. I think this is probably going out after Easter. Did you get eggs? Do you do eggs? I do eggs. I buy some eggs. But cream egg tea is really nice. It's from Bird and Blend. Really, really good. Really nice. Recommend it. It'll be gone. It's not Easter anymore. Probably gone. But I recommend it nonetheless. Right, what can we do? Rafferty Clark, maybe he's a businessman. Maybe he will have something in the periodicals. Clark Rafferty. I get flashbacks every time I type in Clark Rafferty. We've searched his name like 100 times, and every time nothing comes up. Let's try Chris Rafferty. Maybe he runs a business. He doesn't. Cool. Let's go back to the start of our history again. What might have something in here? What could be going on? Miracle Junior. Let's look at the Miracle Network. We haven't looked at them in a while. I don't think anything interesting's going on here, though. No. Okay, let's look at the Miracle Network. Anything interesting in here? This is the same page. Okay. Stephanie Jones. You are... Nope. Cool. Caroline. Nope. P flag. Have I searched for P flag? I think I did. I remember saying P flag. Parents and friends of lesbians and gays. Yep. Can I search for that? No. There's nothing interesting in there. What about red herring? Is there anything in the red herring page that I've just missed? There's not. Obviously there's not. Family Man. The Roottrees Legacy. No. Okay. Bess Williams. Who the hell's Bess Williams? Did we search for them? I must have known about them. She died in a hurricane. She wrote about Family Man. Seems to have faded. Okay, well, I don't remember this at all. Okay, that's all we have about this person. Whoever they were, they're gone. The clan said, let's reread about the clan said trust, because it was very important. And maybe there's something in here. So let's go a little bit through it. Did we look at this? The Roottrees versus RR? Let's look at that. I don't think we ever searched this. We learned about it. I wrote it down in my notes, and then I think I just didn't search it. Maybe I did. There's very few details. A student that attended the lecture also wrote that. That's not the sentence. Legal Oddities website. From what you can tell, RR, which I assume is the production company of the two brothers, I know that is, attempted unsuccessfully to remove a fellow family member from the trust. It was said that RR attempted two arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock, and second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. Wow. Who? So that will be one of these people. Gwyneth? What did you do, Gwyneth? She looks so innocent. She killed someone? Surely not. What was the crime? Enjoying a succulent Chinese meal? So you can't... Oh, I want to know more. Legal Oddities. Can I search for this website? No. Maybe if I get rid of... Ah! I was betrayed. No, okay, that doesn't help. Born out of wedlock. We kind of guessed that. We kind of guessed the Samantha Roottrees was a secret. She showed up out of nowhere. That makes sense. But the significant crime. Who did the crime? Is there anything on here that I can search for? I don't think so. Let's search for RR. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. That's so tricky, isn't it? We definitely searched for the 5-piece guarantee, but let's give it a little look, and again, just to see if there's anything we missed. Nothing. Nothing that I can see. We could maybe search in... Oh wait, could we search for the people versus RR? The people. Can we search for this in one of the periodicals, maybe? Business Watch? Is there anything about it in there? No. What else would it be in? County Times? No. Maybe in Silver Screen? Nope. Maybe in Teen Blast. They had a little section about the Roottrees versus RR. No. Okay, that's not too surprising, is it? RR was a production company. Nothing about them there. Oh no, I've hit a bit of a dead end. This is bad. We've hit dead ends before though, and look where we've got. We've guessed our way forwards. There are not many. Look at all this. There's only 6 of our clues are about the explanation of the game. Campaign mailer. There is something in here that I'm missing. I don't understand though. Maybe. So they asked for a statement. Maybe we should search for Stephanie Jones in the teen magazine. That's wrong one, not Starlet. No, okay, so there was never a statement put out. Well, maybe that's not where the statement would be, but from what we can see, it's not there. We've definitely searched for Stephanie Jones in Butler County Times, haven't we? Imagine if we haven't. We definitely have. Stephanie Jones, Butler County Times. No, she won the election. We've literally looked at this last video. Oh yeah, how can we get 5 pieces of information from this? There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. She's pregnant. She's not had a baby yet. She's not on the family tree. She's due very soon. It was still for love. Now 22 years later, blah 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 blah. Love is our future. Maybe I can search for that. Nope, not surprised. I don't know what I'm missing here. CM and Carl don't see eye to eye. We know that CM didn't like the Canty Company, but she's just asking for a favour. But what is... There's nothing online about a statement put out. There's nothing in any of the magazines. She's just asking for some help. Man, this is tricky. What have I missed? What am I... Oh, right, let's keep going for our history. Where do we get to? Beef Baby. Let's look at that one again. Clark Rafferty. Yeah, we know about Clark Rafferty. We know everything about Clark Rafferty, don't we? Apart from his second kid. We know he's called Chris. And we just guessed that because he's a Rafferty. That's actually, yeah, we don't know about Chris somehow. You can't find anything else about the band or the single. Okay. RR Productions. It's called RR Productions and not RR. So maybe we can search that in business. Nope. Public County Times. No. I'm just going through everything, aren't I? Right. Have we tried to see this? Yeah. Gambling habit. Right. Is there anything interesting in here though? No. We've looked at this. Right. What else? What was the other one we got? Clark. Oh, but man, we've looked at this a lot. We've looked at this one like so many times. Clark's getting married, in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18, for God's sake, and Danielle is much older, but openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob might married over 16. Clark is a free spirit. We know that. That isn't a clue. Get rid of that. Get rid of the highlight. We don't need it. We're aware of who free spirits are. I think maybe the dancer is a clue. Maybe that's one of them. Because I don't know if she's speaking like what's the word? Hyperbolic. They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers. Oh yeah, and all sorts of nonsense. Okay, so that doesn't really help actually. But somebody in this tree is a dancer. Somebody along these. How many do I have left? Are you a dancer? Gwyneth Madsen? Are you a dancer? Nobody else is a dancer. We don't know. But look, we've got artists, we've got housewives, we've got presidents. Well, that doesn't count. Advertising musicians. November is too young. Director, screenwriter, preacher. You also would have been too young. Maybe. Nobody else is a dancer yet. So maybe... a bit odd. There it goes. Samantha was a farmer. Gwyneth was a dancer. And then Gwyneth's child became a farmer. I think something's wrong there. I think that might not be right. But maybe I'm just getting old. But our generation was never so bad. My brothers all did. Yeah, normal stuff. Yeah, brought home a legal to marry person. Pop seemed to go over it. Edward became a lawyer. Swashbuckle My Heart is based on the pirate story he survived with Jacob when we were walking into the woods. Yep. Clark and I carry on his name. Even my cousin's doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all. We know. His sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. We know. Gwyn is Gwyn. We know. At least she came out of the doors with her head held high. We know. She'll be coming home soon. Yes, we also know that. I don't know what I'm missing. We looked at Swashbuckle My Heart. Wait, did we? Did we look at it in the book land? Poet Library. Swashbuckle My Heart. Give it to me. That's not by Bess Williams. That's by... who's it by? What's her name? Lauren Roottrees. I don't know if we did do this. Nothing relevant? Nothing relevant? Really? Lauren Rafferty, right? Maybe by this point. Maybe not. Out of print. No copies available. Re-release as X marks the spot though. Nothing relevant. What do you mean nothing relevant? Maybe it was re-released under her maiden name for a bit of press. Here we go. Huh. What? Oh my god, this is a huge breakthrough. It also says to keep an eye out for Lauren Roottrees' next book, Revisiting the Diary 10 years later. How did I not? This is a rare book forum post where someone appears to be asking specifically about this version, but they are quickly shot down with dozens of people flaming them. It seems that the forum's regular users misunderstood the request and thinking the OP was searching for the original A Life Between Wars, which is widely available. The lone helpful voice in the Sea of Trolls is a person named Dewey Decimal Lover, who points out many local libraries can assist in finding rare books. Well, let's go to the library, but let's just give a little look for Dewey Decimal Lover. Nothing about them. Rare book forum. No, okay, let's go to the library and let's look for Revisiting the Diary 10 years later. That is... I had to get through a few hoops to get that. Why didn't I copy and paste? Copy never works in this game. There is a copy button. Maybe I should be using that more than Control-C. Oh my god. Printing scandal.txt. Printing diary. Oh my god. Okay, this might be the breakthrough of the century. 4 pages. Was I meant to get this a lot earlier? But I just missed this. Okay, unlike the original diary, it contains no pictures. I didn't see any pictures in the original. But there's many new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. One major event happened between releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain events: the death of Elias. A summary of the fall has been added to your notes, as well as other selected pages. I can't believe that. Look at this. 6 clues. Oh no, that's not. Okay, apparently actually there's no good stuff in this. Wait, where's this? Oh, notes is one of them. I thought one of them was called Scandal. Did I read something wrong? I thought one of them was called. Oh, there it is. Where did that come from? I was looking at the wrong one. Right, revisiting diary. I can't believe this. It's the same photo. That's nice. Show story items. Wait, what? Okay, right. I just seen these buttons up here. I think I did see them once. So it's the same photo. Just that makes sense. Anyway, not important. The new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release of Lauren's diary. Elias Roottrees had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud: Samantha Roottrees. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retained the rights to run the farm, okay, and any and all decisions related to it. Well, I guess Samantha, sorry. No, wait. Samantha, you're a farmer. Yes, Elias died. Elias Jr. died, sorry. I was about to take it away from Gwyneth. I was about to take the farm away from her. Take the dancing away from her. I'm pretty sure she's not a dancer. Let's put in farmer. Okay, we didn't get a woohoo. But, interesting. She was not meant to receive money, but she did. It was then the scandalous secrets came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everybody else, including Sam. She'd been told her parents died. That would be a shock. Apparently Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen, which we know. Okay, so that makes sense. Illegitimate daughter. Nobody knew about it, but they got married. They still got married, didn't they? They got married, just they had it before wedlock, and that's why it was such a secret. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harboured a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli. Her baby Samantha was sent to the Roottrees. Elias, as a farmhand known as EC. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as EC. Oh. So EC sort of raised Patricia. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that. Almost. Oh. So not Patricia. Samantha was given to EC. And then Patricia disappeared. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli. They finally married in their 50s. Laura mentioned the wedding in her first diary. Yes. Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Whoa. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. Yeah. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottrees. That makes sense. If they got married now, he wanted to include her in family affairs. That was what led to Lauren's initial entry into the house. Sam. Wow. Right. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, she's fully a part of the Roottrees family. Poor Samantha. She had to live like 20 years as a little secret woman. More than 20 years, right? She 16 in their 50s. So that is at least 34 years. She looks younger than 34. She looks good for 30. Oh, she looks like a 34-year-old woman, actually. Right, this page is called Sam. This is a page of additional notes and context from 1975, 10-year anniversary, blah, blah, blah. Sam. Companion piece, the entry called Sam. Okay, clearly I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottrees. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwyn never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and our children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr., which is you, sorry. I was looking at Gwyneth like, you're not Ernie Jr. Ernest Jr., there he is. Wrong page. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It has been a long time since any real Rootree was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her father. What? And her adopted grandfather. Oh, right, yes. The fake grandfather was the actual farmer. Gwyneth became the farmer and then passed it down to not a dancer. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. Wait, what? Oh, that would have narrowed it down, wouldn't it? Well, I guessed it. So do you have Gwyneth? Who are you? No, that is definitely Gwyneth. Cool. But I guess that skipped a generation. Her children have that cut. Okay. Her children have... It's talking about Patsy. We haven't seen Patsy. But Patsy had black hair, green eyes, and glasses. But both of her kids have glasses. So that... We definitely have done this in a very wrong order. As like every puzzle game I play, I skirt around the easy way and somehow end up here. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm operations would pass to Samantha Rootree for as long as she was willing. Full stop. I got the flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Well, cool. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he's kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. Confirmed bachelor. I see. Okay, I see. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Uncle Joe or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with us next gens, but she was palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Eliath and Gwyneth. Wow, and there's a clue in there somewhere. Which is a bit of an issue, but we'll have to read it again. This is a page of additional notes for the Clark entry. Reading this back, I got deja vu as I write the addendum. Clark's gotten married again. No Rootree has ever remarried. I feel like this would have really set in stone a lot of stuff, wouldn't it? So this is probably here when he got remarried to Jane. Please say something about the child. No Rootree has ever got married. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwyn divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet. Oh. Did I look at Wild Bill and Starlet? I think I did. But neither of us ever took a second husband. With that way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable somebody in the family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped. More than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Wow. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Clark and Jim... God, this is just giving us everything in there. Clark and Jim, they were like brothers, yep. Eli's marriage seemed fine, and Jim's marriage seemed solid as a rock. Pun intended, because he's a rock star. So who knows what caused these things. I expect that he's remarrying Jane to keep her from running out of the band. He's marrying... Okay, without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine that wouldn't last long as a trio. But still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation can make it last. And Lord knows, I was right last time. Yeah, she did actually crush it at the first time, didn't she? This is... not a companion piece to any specific entry, but addresses feedback. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary is how many similar names there are. And I get it, there are 4 Elis for Pete's sake, but that's how it is. Someone would say I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior or Miracles Eli or Eli C. Our family names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honour those in the last. His father and grandma, Gwyneth's father, his well, Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my Pop's name come from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the woman, however, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline. Oh, Gwendoline. Who was Elias's mother? Who? Who was Elias's mother? Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations get on. I guess that's because there's no female equivalent of junior. So if you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for Edward Clancy Roottrees. I had to break the news that my father's name, they got my father's name backwards. Right. Oh, maybe I can search for that. Maybe everyone got his name backwards. Well, last page. This is a page from, not a companion piece, it's just a fun bonus. Oh, I love a fun bonus. Apparently this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger, and she believes, based on the teacher's name, that she must have been in 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town and she hugged him. Is this like just accidental must be, right? Hugged. It's not how they used to spell hugged in the 1920s, is it? When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. That she said, your Pop is my dad. Then she said, your Pop is my dad. She screamed it loud in my ears. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble, and Pop took her away. He told me, don't worry, I'm glad she is gone. What? What? Did Pop have another child? I don't know. That's so interesting. Wait, I told her when I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. So Dad knows her. Then she said, your Pop is my dad. Your dad is my dad. She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing. So I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, don't worry. I'm glad she is gone. What? But Pop didn't have another child. That's bizarre. That's ludicrous. Mystery child? How could I find anything about that? Maybe I could type in like Butler County School into the search. Butler County School. And then there's nothing. There's nothing. But that's bizarre. So how would I find out about this girl? Where else would it be? We've definitely looked at Clancy Edward enough times to know there's nothing there. I don't know, maybe it's somebody that looked like him? Oh wait, your Pop is... Maybe it was Samantha and she was confused. Maybe they looked a bit... They don't look very similar. Your Pop is my dad. That is wild. What does that mean? I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like we're still missing some faces. We're missing a lot of faces. I need to find some faces. Is there any faces I haven't clicked on? Am I saying faces too much? This man? No. Okay. There are still 5 pieces of evidence in here. Can I search for the name of this game? I can. This is odd. Okay, let's read what it says. Not to be confused with a similar game called The Flute Knees Are Bread. It's a video game about a fictional family called the Roottrees and about discovering the lineage after the Roottrees sisters that killed in a plane crash. The game takes place in Butler County, which is a real county in Pennsylvania, and uses fictional residents such as a fake newspaper called... Yes. Okay. You're trying to pick someone on the map near a major metropolitan area that sounded reasonable and hope not to somehow accidentally offend the people that actually live there. Okay. That's so odd that this is part of the story. Oh, hello. I got a quack quack Duckler County denizen. What? You're really doing this, aren't you? The Flute Knees Are Bread is a game about a fictional family of ducks who live in Duckler County. Their 3 sons, the Flute Knee brothers, accidentally offended a witch which turns into bread. They are then eaten by some of the other citizens of Duckler County. It's all quite grim. The players must... This is ridiculous. Their lineage and of course occupations to find out according to the slogan, which ducks killed the Flute Knees? Good slogan. If you're looking for a hint for that game, I heard one of the ducks is a bank robber who goes by the name The Safe Quacker. There, I hope you're happy. Now go back to looking into the Roottrees. Why does it do this? This is This game's ridiculous. Pennsylvania. There's no results from Pennsylvania in the whole of the internet. Butler County. Have I searched for Butler County? Not just the Times. Is this the same thing? I'm at a dead end here. Again. Is there any books? Any books we haven't looked up? I don't like books don't remember. I like the I wouldn't remember any of these if I didn't remember, so I'm glad they remember at least. But that would be real bad, wouldn't it? Okay, Sam. Sam. What could it be? What could be the thing we haven't got? Was the thing about the glasses in here? Because maybe that's the one piece of evidence. Because you're not locked in. Maybe that's the one thing that is telling us someone has glasses. I need to do a lot. Oh my god, I need to get some photos. Where do I get some photos from? I'm missing a key piece here, aren't I? Ugh, this is bad. Because I'm missing like all the children's. Actually it's literally all the children that I'm missing photos of. How do I find these? How do I find? Is there like a famous celebrity children book internet website? I don't know. Christmas? Have I searched for Christmas? Christmas doesn't exist in this world. I don't know how there can be 5 things in here. They might just be small things. It's probably just like leading me somewhere. It could be about the mum. It could be about her book. I don't know how far removed this is from what we want. Because we've definitely... What was her book called? Is it even... Are books remembered on here? Are they not? They are, yeah. Self-Portrait, The Art and the Beauty. It could be Eloise and Stephanie. That could be... something. Who are Eloise and Stephanie? Dedicated. Maybe Eloise is like the mystery thing. Why would you know about Eloise? Who is Eloise? And who's Stephanie? Stephanie Cattrall. Why is it dedicated to Stephanie Cattrall? Where have I put you in? There. Why is it dedicated to you? What link do you have? Maybe... I don't know. She said that Gwyneth got on with all the sisters, so maybe she just likes Stephanie. It's interesting, though. No, wait. Stephanie's her daughter. There's 2 Stephanies in the family. Stephanie Landon. Oh my god, okay, right. Ignore that. Who is Eloise? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Let's search for, like, Eloise Roottrees. Let's try that. Eloise Roottrees. No results. There's no search for Eloise. You could be a modern. No, I don't know. I don't know. Eloise might be your spouse then. Now that I realise Stephanie's not a mystery, maybe just Eloise has no surname. Odd that, isn't it? But maybe. Why would they not give her a surname though? It seems weird you wouldn't give. Because if it said Eloise Blobson, and then in her dedication it said Eloise, I'd be like, oh right, sure, that's probably Eloise Blobson. But why doesn't she have a surname? Who is this? You know what I haven't done? Maybe. Is look at Bonnie Kellogg, right? I haven't looked... I've searched for Bonnie bloody Hudson, but I haven't looked at her with her married name. Maybe she might be in one of them. She might be in Butler County Times. No. David Kellogg. Let's try David Kellogg as well. David Kellogg the third seems so important. No, you don't just call yourself Kellogg the third. for nothing, do you? I'm just surprised. Maybe I'm just thinking of the breakfast cereal. I'm thinking like Kellogg. That's something important. Kellogg family. Bonnie Hudson. Let's just do a second search for something we've already searched for, and everything else is sort of dead endy. Have we looked for Christina? I'm really desperate. Have we looked for Christina Roottrees? Nope. Well, we have maybe, but nothing. Elias M. Just mechanic. You think Elias would have something, wouldn't you? Because he is a mechanic. You think he would be in the web for something, like, you know, come to my mechanic shop. Maybe I need the M. What do you think the M is? Oh, miracle. We figured this out earlier, actually, when I was searching it last time. So that doesn't help. We tried Bonnie. Did we? We definitely tried Guy, didn't we? It said about him crashing his car. There should be another picture of them though. Guy Hudson. Did we try? Where did we see him? Maybe we saw that in the newspaper. Did we do it online? He wanted to do the caviar thing, right? Yeah, we definitely searched for Guy Hudson. Did we do him in the Butler County Times? Oh wait, we saw the obituary, but we didn't do him in the business, did we? We haven't seen this. This is new. Oh my god! So I've probably cut out about 5 minutes of me doing random people's names. This is big news, right? Guy Hudson, along with his twin sister, are no strangers to the public. When it comes to Roottrees snacks, they both appeared in the company's advertisement as children during the Boys and Girls Agree era. Now Guy is taking over the Roottrees company at the end of the year. Who would have known that one of those two adorable redheads, Guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher. And Christopher, we got that. With providing his fiery do, arguing over everything but chocolate would grow up to take the whole company. Guy's uncle and current president Zachariah has decided to take an early retirement to focus on traveling the world with his wife. What's his wife's name? We don't know his wife's name. Do we? No. Zach was quoted saying, "Now that our daughters have started families of their own, Clara." Oh, there we go. We do know his wife's name. Clara Lansing. Bang. Nice. Blimey. This is all the information we're going to get from this. Clara and I plan to reflect on our life where I live. Guy is new to this business world, but he's family. We at Roottrees have faith in his innovative ideas, and he's eager to share them with the world. We like to think that boys and girls agree that he's ready to succeed. That's cute. Boys and girls agree. Can we search for that? Oh, we got a picture. That might be a second picture. You find a site about successful ad campaigns. One of their ads listed is from the late 50s, Boys and Girls Agree. It's a series of television and magazine ads for Roottrees chocolate bars. The ad campaign is described as having the premise that boys and girls are often diametrically opposed, except when it comes to one thing. Both of them agree that Roottrees is their favourite. The first advertisement in the series was the most recognisable to the red hair. Yep, great. We have a picture. Oh, that's kind of scary. Boys and girls never agree on anything except Roottrees. Boys and girls agree, it's got to be Roottrees. Nice. Yep. So we've got extra pictures for both of those kids now. Does it help me? No. It actually doesn't. Great. So what did we just look at? Business Watch, Guy, Poet Library, anything on here? Are you not the one that died? Who's the one that died? Who's the one that died? I don't know. I don't know. Should we search for the radio again? Maybe there's more news. Because they give... It's every 45 minutes. And I feel like there's a reason this is on our page so much, right? 45 minutes. Right. The most recent hour, they talked about a picture taken from the car's office and a plane crash and a promised interview with a psychologist. Have we seen this? It says someone with a key to the office. Yes. This means it's like some close families aware the yeah. Okay. It's just another entrance to the Roottrees curse being thing, I bet. Alright, let's look at the Roottrees curse again. Important update. Oh no, that's just now, isn't it? Only Madison Jr. said Dan was he poisoned. Okay. Yeah, Guy was the one that is in a car crash. Anything from a few months ago from email. Can I search that name, Chris Raff? Have I searched for Chris Raff at all? Have I searched for Thomas Overwood as well? Is it? Wait. Have I done a lot on this page? Simply take by the website's author from behind a fence. Have I searched for Operation Art? I think I have. Yes, I've searched for this one. This is about the polyglycerol polycerate, which I also searched for. That takes me to the same place. Okay. Let's search for Chris Raff, because he might be sensitive to the family if he's telling them to stop searching. Can I search for the whole thing? You find a simple page, installing pippop.exe. What? I've got a new page, new website, a new program. That's what they're called. Oh my god. I should have done this. I went on this page. It was like the 10th page I went on. It's so early down. Somewhere here. I don't know. Boy, okay. You find a simple page called The Art of Graffiti, copyright 1997. Should I search for that? Probably. On Prodigy. What's on Prodigy? That lists the author's email address as Chris Raff at Prodigy. I don't know what that means. Below a bunch of GIFs that say under construction, there are a few art pieces. The first is a painting captioned "Me and my fiance." Lulu, a painting I did for my first year of college that I plan to give her when we get married in May. Go Tartans. What is this? This is an odd collage called Cousins, which seems to be made up of 3 scrambled images. The accompanying artist's statement says, "We had to create a piece of art about our family. I asked as many of my extended family of cousins for their pictures I could, even some I've never met. Only a few of them got back to me, and my teacher said I wasn't allowed to use pictures of Rihanna, Riley, or Rose, so I had to get creative. I used only my 3rd cousins." Wait, so Chris Rafferty. Right. Chris Rafferty, we know Chris Rafferty. Chris Rafferty, you got married to, was it Luisa Garcia, potentially. Cool, right. You are doing something. Who are you then? Who are you? What do you do? You seem to be about law, sending out these cease and desists. So you asked for your cousins, they didn't get back to you for some reason. You can't use photos of them, so I had to get creative and use only my 3rd cousin. This includes Davey. He swims for Yukon. And Bethany's yearbook picture. She's Davey's younger sister. She's Davey's younger sister. Okay, well, let's swap those around then. Bethany, and you're a swimmer? Is that an option? Swimmer? Athlete? Pro athlete, sure. He swims for Yukon, which I don't know what that is, but sounds important. She's Davey's younger sister. And Stephanie, who is an only child. Stephanie, who we have, Landon. Chris's artwork has been added to your evidence, but the cousins' photo will need to be unscrambled before you can use them. You download a new application, Pixpop, to edit the photos. Right. Cool. Let's search for the art of Rafferty. No, I'm an artist then, but a weird one. But also maybe not, because it says I did this in class. What is Yukon? Let's have a look at that. You find it at the University of Connecticut, and that David Kelly is on the swim team, the Huskies. He also came in 2nd in the previous competition, though he doesn't seem relevant. Okay. What is the Tartans? A mascot for Carnegie Mellon University. Mellon. It doesn't seem relevant. Cool. Right, so we've got Pixpop. We've got, let's see them. Here they are. Oh, look at that. Very scrambled. By cat. What the hell does this mean? Cousins Art Project includes pictures of Davey, Bethany, and Stephanie. We need 2 of these people. This is actually really good. Perhaps I could extract them. And this is an art piece found in the college. This is a self-portrait of me and my fiance. This is good artwork. Very pretty couple. So that means Chris Rafferty, you are this handsome man. Lulu, you are this lovely lady. And you are an artist or a weird little man. And this is going to give us pictures of cousins as well. Who the hell are you? What am I doing here? Just clicking? I can do that. Oh wait, I clicked too far. What do I do here? Just click? Oh, right, I see. I've got to line them up correctly. I can't just go wild with this. I went too far. Wait, I don't... This is not a hard puzzle. But I'm having trouble with it. There we go, right. This is the level we need to be at. God, zoom. There we go. Is that right? Something looks wrong here. There we go. Right, we're doing it. We're looking good. Where's her shoulder? We need it more zoomed in. There are words on this as well. There we go. That's too large. And finally, I didn't see this one up here. And also, finally, this one. Nice. Did Cho to my? I don't know what that means. You are one of these people. Who do we think that is? Go back to Spider Search. You are Bethany or Stephanie? You're not Stephanie, so I assume you're Bethany. Because we know what Stephanie looks like. That. Unless you're that Stephanie. No, wait. Maybe. I should probably come back to that. Cousin rotated. Oh, why is he doing this? This doesn't look like any of me that you want to see. You could be... Oh, wrong way. This is fun. I like this one. This one's easier. Oh, this is so good. What are we missing? A bit of hair, more hair, and a shoulder. What's wrong? Like the middle is upside down. Your stomach's upside down. Who's that then? We don't know them, do we? You're not that one. You must be this one. You're... Interesting. What colour's hair? What colour hair? Doesn't say who's who, quite annoyingly. You're in middle school though, which means you're probably still in middle school. This is like a school photo as well, mind you. This one says, did Cho to my... Cho... This doesn't say any text on it. I thought they were all going to say text on it. And last up, cousin sliced. What the bloody hell am I doing here? This is a nightmare. This is my worst dream. I've had a lot of dreams. This is my worst one. What am I doing? Where does that go? In his armpit? Oh, flipping heck. Help. Okay, right. That is good. What have we got here? A shoulder blade. That's good. We got a little nipple down here, which needs to go up in here. We got a hand grasping. We got a shoulder blade. Oh, that goes there as well. What is that? That goes there. Where does this one go at the top? So let's put you over. And then whomp. Ah, this was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. This one looked really complex. There we go. We've got a ginger boy. We know who that is. Cousin Swim. For more information, do that. Oh, I need to click on them, don't I? Oh, I did that actually. I didn't do that with you. These don't look like brothers and sisters. I guess you are, but you may be a student. Maybe a college student. And last... Farmer? That doesn't make sense. Wait, who sent you photos? Take me back now, y'all. Only a few of them got back to me. My teacher said I wasn't allowed to use pictures of Ryan or Riley or Rose, so I had to get creative and use one of them. I used Davy. Includes Davy. This includes Davy and Bethany's yearbook picture. She's Davy. And Stephanie, who is an only child. So what have I done wrong? That's, unless you're not a college, but you look like you're a college. What? Oh boy. How have I got something wrong? You're definitely that. You were a farmer. That's right. I feel by now Maybe you're a student. Maybe you're still student, college student, student K-12. I don't know. I've got 4 people. There should be something. Unless I've got those two mixed up, I don't really think I have. Because one of them's definitely a yearbook photo. And one of them is definitely not. And also she's got black hair. And well, you don't really, but... Is there another Stephanie? You've got no more cousins though, have you? Tessa. November. Unless you're not November. I sort of guessed that one, didn't I? But I think it makes sense. Yeah, you can't be... I don't know what I've got wrong here. I don't think that's right. You don't look anything like your brother. I feel like that's more accurate. And it definitely said... Oh, it definitely said younger brother. He's not a pro athlete, is he? He's a student at college. He's a student at college. Ow. Did it not say that he was younger? I don't know. She's Davy's younger sister. Oh, there we go. She's Davy's younger sister. That makes sense. He's at college. He goes to UConn or something. She is slightly younger. And you are you. What the... We did it though. We got it. We're almost there, aren't we? Look at this. Great. She's a farmer. Confirmed. Gwyneth. We got Louisa, Eloise, Clara, a photo, a photo, a photo. Booyah. Oh my god. So who do we have left? Wait, what? Oh wait, okay. That's good. That's a free one. That is a free one. So all we've got left is November and Christina. Wait, and a baby. Well, surely you're a baby. Surely this kid is a baby. I don't know. Oh my god, I feel like we are almost there. And sure, we don't have any other wives, but I think we're only looking for blood relatives. So I do want to fill them out eventually. But I think for all intent... Oh wait, I got this face wrong though. Let's swap you over. I've got them wrong in every instance. I got the cover photo wrong as well. November's a weird one. No offense. I just don't know what you do. Because I don't think you're a child anymore. I think you must be old. You're older than Candy. So Tessa's a baby. You're an artist. So we only really have 2 to figure out. November and Christina. Wow. Big deal. Okay, right. That's it. That's it for now. Let's see. I think this might be a shorter episode because I feel like I cut out so much because I was just sat here Googling around people's names. I feel... Oh my god. We've uncovered a biggie though, didn't we? How many... So... The only thing with any evidence left is still the campaign mailer. How? How is the campaign mailer still got 5 pieces of evidence in it? I don't believe it. I don't believe that. We don't even have 5 pieces of information we need. Well, we do. The spouses. But that's crazy. All right. Well, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon for, I'm going to guess, the final part of the Roottrees is dead. It must be, surely. We've got 4 people left. I can't see it going wrong. All right, see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.